Okay, so I need to rant about 99 Nights in the Forest, because why is this game low-key one of the most stressful things on Roblox right now? Like, I went in thinking, oh, it's just survival, we'll build a cute little camp, vibe out, make it to night 99. And Roblox said, absolutely not. First of all, the game is basically, keep the campfire alive, get resources, and survive nights while things in the forest try to delete you from the map. And it sounds simple until you realize you are running around doing chores like you owe the forest rent. And let me tell you how my first run went. I spawn in, and immediately I'm like, okay, let me be useful. Let me gather firewood. Because everybody says if the fire goes out, it's basically over. So I'm collecting wood like I'm training for the Lumber Olympics. And the whole time I'm thinking, why do I feel like the campfire is my child? Then I noticed something else. The map has random structures and places to loot, so you're supposed to explore early and grab materials, tools, and whatever you can. But here's the problem. You explore for 2 seconds, and suddenly you're far from camp, and nighttime is coming, and your inventory is full of nonsense you can't even use yet. So I run back to camp like my life depends on it. And it does, because night hits, and you find out the forest is not playing. The first time the enemies show up, I'm like, oh, that's cute. Then they start rushing the camp, and I realize I don't even know what I'm doing. The game has these big threats like the deer, and later stuff like the owl and cultists, and you do not feel brave when you see them running at you. Now here's the first struggle that everybody can relate to. You will be in a server with people who do absolutely nothing. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but why are you standing there staring at the fire like it's going to feed itself? I'm out here gathering, crafting, building, doing the most, and someone is just spinning in circles. And it gets worse because you need strategy in this game. You need priorities, like upgrading your crafting stuff, getting better tools, making defenses, getting healing items. But when you're playing with randoms, half the time you're basically babysitting a camp. So after a few nights, my run starts going downhill. And it wasn't even because I was doing everything wrong. It was because the game punishes you for relaxing. You can't chill in 99 Nights in the Forest. You can't be like, let me take a break. No. If you take a break, you'll come back to chaos. Because here's what happened to me. I'm finally feeling confident. Campfire is steady. We've got some items. I'm thinking, okay, we might actually survive. Then a raid starts and it's like the game spawns an entire nightmare on top of your base. Cultists show up later in runs and they are not a joke. People even recommend targeting the crossbow ones first because they'll ruin everything. And this is where the biggest pain begins. Healing in this game can be so annoying. Because yes, you can find bandages and stuff, but it's also tied to crafting and materials, and the crafting can be limited and finicky. Like bandage crafting uses specific materials, rabbit feet and wolf pelts. And there's even a daily limitation to cooldown mentioned in guides, so you can't just spam heal like other games. So I'm out there thinking I'm the main character, and I get hit. And now my health is low, and I'm looking for bandages like my life depends on it. Because it does. Me looking for bandages, like. And then the worst thing happens. You finally get a bandage, you try to help somebody, and they're running away from you like you're the enemy. Like, please, I'm trying to save you. And another thing that makes people mad. The game is RNG sometimes. Some runs feel blessed, some runs feel cursed. One run, you find resources everywhere. Next run, it's like the forest is broke and you're surviving off crumbs. Now let me talk about one of the most terrifying moments I had. The night I learned about the owl. Because you hear about it and you're like, okay, an owl? That doesn't sound scary. Then you see it and you're like, oh, that's not a bird. That is a problem. And guides literally say things like, flashlights can help stun it temporarily. So imagine being me, not knowing that yet, watching chaos happen, people screaming in chat, and I'm just trying to keep the campfire alive while also trying not to die. It's like the game forces you to multitask in the most stressful way possible. You're chopping wood, you're crafting, you're defending, you're reviving, you're running, you're rebuilding. And the entire time you're thinking, I started this game to have fun. And something else people keep talking about lately is new content and updates. Like there was a mini biome update, the fairy biome, promoted on Roblox events pages, and there's also an update log page claiming another update time. So the game is changing, which is cool, but it also means the meta shifts and suddenly you're behind if you haven't played in a week. And that's another relatable struggle. You take a short break from a trending Roblox game and come back and everyone has new knowledge and you're just standing there like, so what is happening now? Now let's talk about the emotional part. The game creates trust issues, because you start depending on your teammates. You assume they're going to help, you assume someone's watching the fire, you assume someone's building defenses, and then you look over and the fire is low and everyone is gone. Like, why are we all leaving the camp at the same time? Who approved this? The deer is literally outside. And yes, there are real survival tips people share. Prioritize firewood early, explore structures, upgrade your bench, and use defenses like barriers. But in the moment, in a random server, it turns into panic. And allow me to confess something. I had one run where I tried to be calm and smart and not dramatic. I was like, okay, I'm going to be the organized player. I'm going to keep supplies in one place. I'm going to be the reason we survive. And it worked. Until it didn't. Because a raid happened, we got overwhelmed, and suddenly the base looked like a tornado hit it. Then I'm running around trying to rebuild while also getting attacked, and I'm thinking, this is a disaster documentary. And I swear the most relatable part is how the game makes you feel personally attacked. Like if you die once, you don't just die. You die in a humiliating way. You die while trying to revive someone. You die while holding the last wood. You die while typing. You die because you blinked. And here's what makes 99 Nights in the Forest so trending and so addicting. It's unfair in a way that feels funny. Like you're mad. But you're also laughing because the situation is so ridiculous. You'll be screaming at your screen like, "Why would you do that?" While your character is getting folded by a deer and your teammate is across the map collecting something random. And then the next day you log back in. Because you want a better run. You want to prove you can survive longer. You want to finally reach the late nights, where it feels like an actual achievement. And that's why people keep playing it. It's stressful. But it's the kind of stressful that turns into a story you have to tell. So if you're watching this and you've played 99 Nights in the Forest, you already know what I mean. You've had that moment where the campfire is low and everyone is gone. You're the only one gathering wood. You're trying to heal, but you have nothing. You're getting chased and nobody helps. You survive a night and feel like you just won a championship. And if you haven't played it yet, just know. It's not a calm survival game. It's a chaos game disguised as survival. Before I end this, I want to ask one question because I need to know if it's just me. Do you play this game with friends? Or are you suffering with randoms like the rest of us?